What a beautiful day. Galactus is not invading. No shitty video game movies coming out of demonic portals. Nothing but beautiful fall leaves. Wait a minute. Fall? Oh my god!
Hello, Erod. You are not trying to avoid a little bargain?
Just skip the feeble banter, bone bag. What horrible horror movie do you want to start with this year?
Ooh, testy, aren't we? Fine, let's get this show on the road with a movie that finished turning a respected horror franchise into a complete joke. The Seed of Chucky. Any last words, Erod?
Only 4. Let's go, Blockbuster Buster!
Let's go, Blockbuster Buster. Let's go, go!
It's not a very good month to be a bad movie. In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster. Greetings, slashers and slayers, I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster, and welcome to Halloween Havoc Part 2. In the world of horror, the concept of the killer doll, marionette, or puppet is nothing new. But out of this subgenre, only one true icon has risen, and that is Charles Lee Ray, also known as Chucky, the Killer Doll. Originally a serial killer slash voodoo practitioner, Charles Ray transferred his soul into a good guy doll after being mortally wounded by pursuing police officers. Ever since, he has embarked on a decade of destruction in his ongoing quest to transfer his soul into a new body. Now, Chucky is one of the few horror icons that has the distinction of always being played by the same actor, Brad Dourif. Something he used to share in common with Freddy Krueger and Pinhead, but we all know that that's no longer the case. Like nearly every horror franchise imaginable, the Chucky movies eventually fell under the horror movie curse, where they start off good and then they get really stupid. And Chucky's one of those characters that has no happy medium. Either people think he's scary or they just see a silly animatronic puppet. And the last 2 movies being idiotic parodies of the originals didn't help matters. Now, if you haven't seen the last movie, The Bride of Chucky, here's a lover. Sup, pendejos? I'm a lover. You wanna know about the Bride of Chucky? I'll tell you about the Bride of Chucky. So like, Chucky is like a killer muñequito and shit, and sexy ass Jennifer Tilly wants to bring him back to life, so she gets a cop to sell her Chucky's head, and she rebuilds him, and she does a voodoo spell, and she does a sexy dance for him. Damn, Jennifer Tilly, I'll be your killer muñequito anytime. So like, Jennifer Tilly wants to treat Chucky like a baby and shit, and Chucky's all like, fuck you, bitch. So Chucky turns Jennifer Tilly into a killer muñequita, but she doesn't want to be a killer muñequita, so they decide to go to New Jersey and get an amulet that will turn them back into people and shit. So they hire some dude and Katharina Hegel to take them. Mira, Katerina Hegel, if you want some Latino heat, you know what to do. So during the road trip, Chucky and Jennifer Tilly kill all these people and shit. They blow up a cop, and they drop some glass on some honeymooners, and they shoot nails at Jack Tripper, and then they celebrate by... Oh, that's not right, fool.
Wait, what? Have you got a rubber?
Have I got a rubber?
Yeah.
Tiff,
What?
look at me. I'm all rubber.
Mira, papi, why you have to make me watch all this nasty kinky shit? I'm sorry, a lover, I didn't think you'd mind. Mira, hijo de tu madre. Anyway, the point is that after Chucky and Tiffany do the Humpty Hump, Tiffany gives birth to another killer doll, which sets the stage for today's feature. And I know what you're thinking, there is no way that they could make something worse than the campy silliness that was The Bride of Chucky. But they found a way. So our movie begins with Chucky's sperm traveling down Tiffany's. Ew! Damn, that's the opening to the movie? Ugh. I can't even bring myself to make a Look Who's Talking reference. Hell, I don't even think the gorehounds in the audience want to think about 2 dolls. Let's just move on to the next scene. So we cut to a classic Chucky slasher scene. Well, that's more like it. You know how this goes. Chucky stalks and kills the grown-ups and then goes after a little kid so he can transfer his soul into their body, and he pisses his pants?
Everybody my age pees their pants. It's the coolest.
No, Adam Chandler, I would have to disagree. So it turns out that what we just saw was a dream that Chucky's son was having. Yup, that's how they introduced the new killer doll. He pisses his pants and wakes up from a bad dream. Yup, he got pissed on and I'm getting pissed off. Wait a minute, is it just me or does Chucky's son look a lot like Miko Hughes from New Nightmare? Ugh, jeez, let's just leave that in the past. So Chucky's son was allegedly found at a cemetery by this random British goth guy who now uses him as an attraction for a goth puppet show. A goth puppet show? I thought the only goth puppet was I'm back, bitches! Oh, and by the way, the goth puppeteer named Chucky's son Shithead. Oh, trust me, I don't need a punchline for this. So we cut to a graveyard where both Chucky and Tiffany are stalking Santa Claus, and...
Cut!
24, take one.
It was a movie? This is the second fake out in less than 20 minutes. Is anything ever actually gonna happen in this movie? So it turns out that Jennifer Tilly, the actual Jennifer Tilly, is playing Tiffany in the movie.
Nice tits.
Thank you.
Huh, it's nice to find a girl that can actually take a compliment. Wow, that puppeteer was a little bit forward. Would somebody mind? Thank you, Tiff. So, Shithead sees his animatronic parents on TV and decides to run away so he can meet them. Wait. Outside of the fact that Chucky and Tiffany are also dolls, how does Shithead know that those are actually his parents?
Fuck you very much.
Dumb.
So Shithead arrives at the creature shop where the animatronic Chucky and Tiffany are kept. He conveniently has Charles Lee Ray's voodoo amulet, which he proceeds to use to bring Chucky and Tiffany back to life. Oh, wait! I am willing to accept that he has the amulet. After all, it was left on the same graveyard where he was born, so he might have picked it up. But one of the best established rules in the Chucky movies is that to bring Chucky back to life, you have to use a piece from his previous body. Like how they used his original skull in part 2, or that little chunk of his face in part 3. Hell, Tiffany has to steal what's left of his shredded face to bring him back to life in Bride of Chucky. These are not the original Chucky and Tiffany. The dolls themselves point this out.
Look at us! We've had makeovers! We're movie stars!
And while we're on the subject, I clearly remember that in the first 2 movies, every time Chucky's brought back to life, there is this badass explosion. No consistency, no badass explosion. What would the real Chucky have to say about this? My feeling exactly. So the animatronics guy walks in to do some maintenance on the dolls when... Not bad, good form, and nice use of teamwork. I'd give it a 9.5. But this brutal murder scene apparently makes Shithead pee his pants. So the son of Chucky, the killer doll, is afraid of murder. Would you like to add some seasoning to this delightfully delicious dish of disappointment?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna call you Glenn.
Glenn? What kind of name is that for a girl? Don't listen to him, honey. From now on, your name is Glinda.
Glenn or Glenda, like the Ed Wood movie. You're actually referencing whom some consider to be the worst filmmaker of all time. Well, here's the difference between Ed Wood's movies and this movie. You see, Ed Wood made his own original bad movies. He didn't go around fucking up well-established film franchises, you assholes! So to settle the argument of gender, Chucky and Tiffany check Glenn's bathing suit area.
I'm as anatomically impaired as a kendo.
So, if he doesn't have anything, how does he keep peeing his... Why do I care? In the middle of all this, Jennifer Tilly walks in looking for a candy bar that she hid in Chucky's overalls.
Oh my God. You look so real.
Wait for it.
You look so real.
Wait for it. Wait for it! Delayed reaction! Oh man, that delayed reaction would have made Abbott and Costello so proud. So now that Jennifer Tilly is connected to a murder, this increases her popularity tenfold, which opens the door for her to have more acting opportunities, like playing the Virgin Mary in a movie directed by the rapper Redman. So Jennifer Tilly is playing the Virgin Mary.
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. You have a really nice tact. Tact for picking dignified roles. This development leads Chucky and Tiffany to decide to transfer their souls into the bodies of Jennifer Tilly and Redman. Whoa! Chucky is going to possess Redman?
Just think. Chucky's gonna be a bro.
Cool!
Check it out, Tim. Look at the size of his feet. You know what they say?
I know what that means. It means he wears really big shoes. Right? So because Glenn is scared of murder, Chucky and Tiffany agree to stop being killers. Now most of you are probably wondering why I'm not flipping my shit over this ridiculous plot point, and the reason for that is that it's fucking pointless! They don't quit killing at all. They both kill a bunch of people right after, including Redman and director John Waters. And what is the deal with all the weird celebrity deaths in this movie?
Son of a bitch! Up yours, asshole! Oops, I did it again.
Okay, that was funny. So other than transferring their souls to new bodies, Chucky and Tiffany agree to have more offspring by artificially inseminating Jennifer Tilly. Wait, how exactly do they plan to artificially inseminate? Oh God! Okay. I think I'm over it now. Let's see what happens next.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Oh God! Okay. I think I'm over seeing Chucky masturbating, and then seeing him holding a cup of his own. I think I can handle anything else that this movie can dish out. God, yeah! Okay. This is officially too much. I think I'm gonna have to go to my happy place for a moment. So due to the magical nature of Jennifer's pregnancy, she goes through term in a matter of days, and gives birth to 2 normal cute little babies? So Tiffany gives birth to a living doll, all the while Jennifer gives birth to 2 normal babies? Oh, who gives a shit, it's almost over! Chucky and Tiffany get ready to transfer their souls into the bodies of Jennifer and her limo driver, when Jennifer's assistant shows up to save them.
Dang. Tiff?
Wait! That's not Tiffany! That's Glenn! In drag!
What did I miss?
Oh, nothing much. I just fired Joan.
Fired the assistant. I just got that. After which, Chucky comes to a sudden realization.
Think about it. What's so great about being human anyway? You get sick. You get old. You can't get it up anymore. I'm not looking forward to that. As a doll, I'm fucking infamous. I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history, and I don't want to give that up. I am Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it!
So suddenly, Chucky decides to abandon the one and only motivation that has driven him through 5 movies? Excuse me, while I go find the idiot responsible for this stupid-ass decision. I'm sorry that took so long. It took me a while to track down the guy responsible for this. And trust me, we met.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
Oh, I'll give you plenty to worry about. So Chucky and Tiffany get into a fight as the police come in right on time to save Jennifer and the babies. And she lives happily ever... Okay, we're back to familiar territory. Any minute now, Chucky's gonna burst in through that door and say a kick-ass one-liner.
I can't think of a thing to say.
Contain your anger, E-Rod. No reason to get upset. If there is one thing that all these movies have in common, is that they all have great climactic endings.
Give me the power, I beg of you. Oh, no!
Almost to the end. Contain the rage. So Jennifer ends up transferring Glenn's soul into the body of the male baby. All the while, his twin sister, Glenda, is completely evil. Their nanny voices her concern to Jennifer, and as a caring mother, she responds by, "Gee, let me guess, could this be another fake out?" Yup, it turns out that Tiffany did manage to transfer her soul into Jennifer's body.
Be a good girl. Or boy. Whatever. Don't make the same mistakes your mom and dad made. Especially your dad.
Huh, it looks like we do have time for a final fright.
What's that?
It looks like an arm.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over! You know, I can't help but wonder if all that voodoo stuff is actually real. Give me the power, I beg of you. Give me the power, I beg of you. Huh, nothing. Well, I guess the concept of a killer doll is pretty silly. That'll teach you to fuck with the Chuck. This movie's a dilapidated, disfigured doll of destruction. It just completely tears down everything that was built by the first 3 movies. While The Bride of Chucky might have taken a few swings at this franchise with a wrecking ball, this movie finished the job with a well-placed implosion. Also, I've never been a fan of Chucky's mangled look. Yes, he looks badass, but Chucky's greatest weapon in his arsenal is how he can make himself look like a harmless doll. If he looks like a creepy killer doll all the time, then that makes him less effective.
Oh.
And am I the only one that feels that this movie's missing something really important? You know, like a hero? That's right, Chucky and Tiffany have no adversaries in this movie. No Andy or Kyle, whom I had a badass crush on while I was in middle school. I love that woman. Hell, I even would have accepted Jade and Jesse from the last movie. But nope, it's like they wanted this movie to be as lopsided as Quasimodo's posture. With all that said, I will admit that Jennifer Tilly is great in this. You can tell that she's having a blast, and that she has no problem making fun of herself.
Just think. Jennifer Tilly's playing me in a movie. It's absolutely perfect casting.
But that voice!
I know. She sounds just like an angel.
But it's really hard to count this movie as part of the franchise. Hell, it's more of a parody, and it even does a better job at parodying Chucky than those stupid parody movies that keep coming out.
Konnichiwa, Oko-san, Oto-san.
Alright, Crypty, I reviewed stupid-ass Seed of Chucky. Come on, bring on the next shitty movie.
Oh, Erod, you're in for a treat. Cause next week, you will take on a double feature, courtesy of Mr. Bay.
Voorhees. Krueger. Check out my website, suckers!